Aries, Cindy here with Sacred Insight 1, ready to do your reading for September. You guys are doing well. Your reading is really interesting. It's super powerful right out the gate. You get 3 cards. The very first card is Call to Action from Commander Ashtar. This feels like the energy that many of you guys are carry kind of overall, but it feels amplified right now. Time to act, time to take action. Call to action. You're also getting it's time to take action. You know what to do. You know exactly what to do. The Cloak of Wisdom, you know what to do, and it's time to take action. You have 2 cards saying this. Know what to do, time to take action. Trust that you know what to do. So this one says that you know what to do, and this one says trust it. Yeah, from Kuthumi. Time to take action, trust that you know what to do. That is the foundation to your reading. It feels very foundational to your energy as well. And yet, there may be some challenges going on that are either preventing you from taking action, or you're taking actions from a place of fear. Actions taken, outcome of our actions is very much determined by our state at the time we take the action. Take actions out of fear, we're going to get a very different result than if we take actions out of empowerment. That seems to be the overall sort of general idea of the reading. Your fear card is coming up. But we're also getting this where some of you feel like you're just sort of on your own with this. As an Aries and an action taker, generally speaking, as sort of a, first one out the gate kind of leader kind of person, it can feel maybe kind of lonely sometimes. And this card is coming up to say, you don't have to go through it alone. You're not alone. At the very least, there's other Aries out there. At the same time, you've got Spirit always has your back. You don't have to go through this alone. Your negative thoughts, something causing some fear, maybe, is potentially creating some self-fulfilling prophecies. So if you're taking actions and you're getting results that you're not wanting, it could very well be that this is why. It could be that this is why. There's something deeper going on in your state that's causing the actions that you take to bring about results that are not what you are intending. And it feels deep. And so this reading is asking you to kind of pause a minute and go deeper. Asking you to nurture yourself through this. So if some of you are feeling like this, like you're just a bit like a loop, it feels a bit like a loop, because you guys now have no fear in taking action. The fear isn't in taking action. The fear is in potentially facing some fear that maybe happened in childhood. Maybe there was a trauma in childhood that happened that is in a very deep energy within you that is affecting the outcome of the actions that you're taking. And so this reading, as much as they're saying awareness, they're wanting to bring your awareness to this to help hopefully bring some understanding as to why maybe the actions that you're taking are not bringing about the results that you're wanting, or that you're even intending, or that you're fully aware of. The actions you take, this should be what the result is, and it's not working like that. Like, why? So this reading feels like it's wanting to address that for you. Your energy feels extremely powerful, and at the same time alone and kind of frustrated. So they're inviting you to nurture yourself, surround yourself with some beauty. Here's some actions you can take, again from Ariel, some actions you can take in terms of self-care in your environment, creating some beauty around you, some soothing beauty around you. Recognize that you're not alone. This card sometimes comes up, safe travel. There's a couple of meanings with this card. One is that you're not alone. It's coming up right underneath this one. You're not alone. Spirit's with you. Spirit has your back. St. Christopher wants you to know that through the really hardest parts, you're being carried. It's carrying you a bit through this muck. And the other meaning is that, it kind of goes with that, is that when you're being carried, you're higher up. You're not actually doing the work of sludging through the muck. You get a higher perspective when you're up high on someone's shoulder. So this child is getting a different perspective of the world. The Spirit is inviting you to look deeper for a higher perspective of what might be causing your state that is potentially bringing about results from your actions that are not what you're wanting. You also get 2 cards talking about forgiveness. Ooh, talking about forgiveness. This one is really powerful about forgiveness. And the twins here, the Miriam, this one is typically about forgiving yourself. And this one, it just is a general reading talking about forgiveness. So there may be someone to forgive, some kind of situation from your past where they're inviting you to forgive both the situation, actually forgiveness in general, forgiving the situation, forgiving yourself for the beliefs maybe about how the world works based on your perspective as a child. You may have decided that life is like this because you were so young when this thing happened, and yet it's a belief that was created from a situation that actually is not how life works. So forgive your young self for coming up with that brilliant idea of the map of life, and just reintegrating that aspect of you to say that that was really perceptive for a little one. It's just not, it just doesn't apply anymore. So it's about going back in and looking for some kind of trauma that have happened in childhood. It could also be connected to family, because you're also getting your family card. So this, with a couple of meanings again, this could be referring to a situation from childhood, but regarding your family dynamic, your mother, father, and you as a child. There might have been some dynamic where situations happened more than once, is what they're saying now. It could have been just sort of a pattern of behavior, a pattern of behavior from your childhood where there was maybe a lot of trauma. And they're saying it's time to forgive. Forgiveness is called for to sort of go back in there and nurture yourself through this. Forgive yourself, forgive your family. They did the best they could. You did the best you could. It's a really good time to sort of look at this and reintegrate that young part of yourself and let everything else go. Excuse me, especially if it's not serving you anymore. The other meaning for this card could be that it could have come from past lives. It could have been some, everything's energy, right? So some of these patterns of behavior could have come from a long line of lineage of, history within your family line, where that was just the way things were done, generation after generation after generation. And we just live in such a different time now. Things are changing so fast. We're in a very different time now. So they're inviting you to look at your family history, your family line. That might, excuse me, goodness, might help you to forgive the fact that it also came into your family line when you were a child. And you can make the decision that it stops here with me, kind of thing. It stops now. It's been going on for generations, and just make the decision that it stops with me. Because you want to treat your family differently. You want to treat your family, you want to treat yourself and your family the way Mother is loving on this child and surrounded by all these beautiful children and just loving all these children. This is the kind of dynamic that you're wanting, that maybe you wish you'd had when you were a kid. And so, the way that we grow up, the family that we come into is oftentimes, sort of Part of our spiritual growth. It's part of understanding our spiritual growth, especially in this lifetime. A lot of this kind of stuff is coming up to be healed. And so this could be the reason that when you take actions, with all of this, with this kind of thing, this is intense, with this kind of wound deep within you, going to affect your energy, and your energy underneath the actions you take determines in large part the results that you get. So they're really inviting you to go back and heal that. And part of helping to heal some of that is going to be eating right, because as you go through a healing process like this, take some vitamins, get some rest. This is a healthy lifestyle, eating well, taking really good care of yourself. This is about self-care, making things beautiful for yourself, creating a loving environment for yourself, creating beauty and a nice loving environment for yourself, the way you would have liked when you were a child, the way you would have liked, the way that you're going to maybe decide that this is how it's going to be moving forward, is taking care of yourself, loving yourself first, making that decision. Facing the fear, and see now this fear is coming up to say there may be some fear in going into all this. There may be some fear for you in going into the emotion of all this. And, okay, the call to action. Okay, so all these call to action guys are looking at me. Call to action is to face this fear and go in here and deal with that sort of once and for all. You have a tiny inner person, a little you in there that feels like this. So you want to find this person, this little you, and love her back to health. So these actions now having a couple of meanings. One of them is to face this fear and go in here and manage that. When you do, you're going to be amazed that how quickly the results change to what you're trying to accomplish, these actions that you take and what you're trying to accomplish. The action steps that you have been taking were very, very good. The action steps are the right actions. It may not feel that way because the results maybe haven't been working out, but you've invested wisely. You've invested your time, your energy, your action wisely. Have patience for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for what's next. What are going to be the next steps that you take? But look at this, what he has created. It's beautiful. But when you create a garden like that, you plant all those seeds, you work really hard, you plant seeds, and then there's patience is required before all this actually blooms like this, but it's beautiful. So for you guys, you might be in a place where you've done all this work and you've planted all these seeds and it just hasn't bloomed yet. And maybe there was a frustration in that. It's like, why isn't this working? But it is. It's like you've done all the right things. It was the underlying emotional stuff problem. This is where you want to get to. Change so that these flowers can bloom, so that what you're trying to create with these action steps will bloom. You have taken the right steps, so keep going. What they're saying, keep going. You're on the right path. You're absolutely on the right path. Powerful psychic insights are going to come for you guys. Reflection, meditation is going to provide some valuable information so that you can be at peace. And this is the High Priestess. This is Archangel Haniel, and Haniel is the Archangel about emotions. She's the Archangel who helps us honor our emotions. Fear, sadness, grief, regret, anger, frustration, happiness, joy, peace, right? She's the Archangel of emotions. And so she's saying that she's coming up after, all of this. It's like this pile of cards here. There's this pile of cards, and it's all about the forgiveness, looking at your family line and healing that part. Is the one who can help you face that fear to get to the peace that you're wanting, so that you have this internal peace, so that now when you take actions, you're going to get the results. that you're wanting. How peaceful she is. The very next card that you get is about justice. Justice and equality. Rulings being made in your favor. Do not give up. Don't give up. You're on the right path. So for some of you, you might be in some legal battles. Some of you might be out in the front lines standing up for justice and what's right. Here, in whatever country you're in, Puerto Rico, Hong Kong, standing up for what's right, doing what's right kind of thing. Justice and equality and the taking actions towards justice and equality, those actions. Knowing what to do, knowing that you know what to do, trust it, because you're doing the right thing. Don't give up. Keep going. What he's saying too, have patience, and keep going. There will be rewards for you. Big rewards. And the rewards are, these three want to go together. Okay, so the rewards for going within to childhood and finding some traumatic wounds and healing them, get a reward of peace. And with the peace, you're going to get more rewards in the areas where you're fighting for justice and equality. The results are going to shift for you, and things are going to start working out the way that you're wanting them to. Rewards. You also get the reward of rulings. If you're in a legal situation, rulings can be made in your favor when this is your state as you take the actions. Good Commander Ashtar, he is just solid, grounded, peaceful. Don't give up, because these rulings can be made in your favor. Rewards are on the other side for you guys. It's powerful and it's kind of intense. It's like, keep going. You guys are fighting the good fight. Keep going. Oh, I'm going to be sending you some really good prayers for this. Just lots of love for all of this. You can do this. You can manage that. And when you do, it's going to change the results that you're getting from the actions that you're taking. It's huge. All right, you guys, hang in there through the tough stuff. Keep going. Keep going. You're on the right path. Beautiful things are coming. The rewards with the blooming of all of these flowers. You've absolutely planted the right seeds. Keep going. Keep taking your actions. All right? Have a great day. I love you guys. Until next time, take really good care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you soon. Mwah.